do you mean a literary masterpiece? Well, we can unpack that, no problem. Even if we go to Surah Al-Kawthar and we go to the linguistics, it has 10 lexical items, and yet you have over 27 rhetorical devices and linguistic features, which is mind-blowing. There is an essay on Sapience Institute that talks about that in depth. And I could just give you one paragraph summary so you know what we're talking about when we're talking about the inimitability of the Quranic discourse when it comes to the use of the Arabic language. And this was written in the English language so it could be understood by someone who knows nothing about Arabic. And I'm just going to give you just a summary of what it means for it to be an classical Arabic literary masterpiece that cannot be emulated or imitated by any human being. So here's the introduction. Here's the challenge. Take 10 words in any language, formulate it into 3 lines or verses, and add any preposition or linguistic particle you see fit. Produce at least 27 rhetorical devices and literary features. At the same time, ensure it has a unique structure, is timelessly meaningful, and relates to themes within a book that it is part of, the size of which is over 70,000 words. Make sure 4 of its words are unique and never used again in the book. Ensure each line or verse ends with a rhyme, created by words with the most optimal meanings. Make sure that these words are used only once in the 3 lines and not used anywhere else in the book. Ensure that the 3 lines concisely and eloquently, semantically mirror the chapter before it, and they must formulate a profound response to an unplanned set of circumstances. You must use 10 letters in each line and 10 letters only once in the entire 3 lines. Throughout the whole piece, make sure you produce a semantically orientated rhythm without sacrificing any meaning. Do all of the above publicly in one attempt without revision or amendment, in absence of any formal training in eloquence and rhetoric. Impossible as the above may seem, this is exactly what the Quran achieved in the shortest chapter, Al-Kawthar, and it was expressed through the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was not known to have composed any poetry nor cultivated any special rhetorical skills. Now, that's
you got the homework.
Yeah, so read that essay. So if you mean literary masterpiece, well, that's something that we can contend with, and even non-Muslim sources and experts can contend with. Like, for example, A.J. Arbery, the way he described the Quran, it was like, the beating of his heart. And he makes a very interesting point concerning the structure of the Quran. It doesn't have a beginning and an end, in the beginning and in the end. And he does his own tadabbur, his own pondering, and says it's because it comes from the one who has no beginning and no end. And it's a timeless book that can be used at any time and any place.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.